Today we are here at Freedom Park, where Reclaim the Night has organized a protest demanding justice and have made 11 demands. After the horrific rape and murder of a 31-year-old PG student in Kolkata, people from across the country have come out on streets demanding justice and protection for women. As a doctor, considering all the long hours, because after this now we have realized that even though PG students, they have to work a lot. So what do you have to say about it?
So first thing I'll tell, there's a very thick line between the actual society and the doctor society. If you compare, we are a small community, but we are definitely hardworking. Like half the time after 20 years, we spend most of the time in the hospital. Sleeping, eating, friends, hangouts, everything is around hospital setup. And this is our second home. Patients are something we give a lot more priority than our parents. So this happening to a doctor is something not acceptable at all. Because I am 25 and I have sacrificed my 10 years for this life, and to see this fate, no. Whatever political issue is in this, I don't care. Whatever is it about the mob and whatever they're talking is something I don't care. I want our society to be safe, including doctors. I am happy that this has come out because a doctor was raped. But I want things has to come out even if someone else is raped. Right? So this is a very big outrage, and I am feeling very uneasy from past 1 week, and I want all of these to stop.
Think anything has changed since Nirbhaya, because that was one time when we saw that crowds came out like this. As a woman, how do you feel about it? Do you think anything has changed?
Yeah, things have definitely changed since Nirbhaya, because back then there was way more outrage for something like this, and now the society as a whole has become way more desensitized to cases like this, and cases that actually get attention like this, women have to be brutally raped and murdered, otherwise it's a norm in our Indian society as of now. And regarding dissent and outrage, people are way more afraid in this day and age under the fascist regime to speak up for anybody, for any case that has been happening. And we can see that when it comes to issues like rape, the people who are very disproportionately affected. Women are also not equally affected by rape. Women from Adivasi women, Dalit women, women from lower caste background, marginalized communities are definitely affected in a way more disproportionate manner.
Also, how do you see the role of politicians here, like you're holding this Modi Mamata Hasina thing? Do you think, are they doing enough? Like the Chief Minister of West Bengal, she protested. So what do you have to say about it?
It is very convenient for people in power to take out rallies, opportunism, and speaking up for women. And at the end of the day, Mamata Banerjee, being a woman in power, is just identity politics. There's nothing she's doing for the women. If the government was actually doing something, this wouldn't be the case. This wouldn't have happened. The politicians, the ruling class, is complicit in crimes against women. If they did not want this to happen, it wouldn't be happening.
As a doctor, I mean, we just finished our MBBS, so we're not at the level that Dr. Momita was at. And we already have so much rage because it's not easy. It's not easy getting to where she got. And the fact that she was murdered, she was raped and she was murdered. And being doctors, like, we just hope to follow in her path, right? And to see someone that we would look up to go through so much, and there's no help. There's nothing. Obviously, we're going to be enraged. There's a lot of rage, there's a lot of sadness. It's like, there are so many times, we're in a hospital. You come to a hospital to get cured. You don't look at who's going to look at me. You're like, how can I help you? What am I doing to help you? And in this situation, I have to be like, okay, I can't stay here. I can't rest my head for a minute in the same place that I study, but that's the only place I have. How is that? There's no words because we're all so angry. This could have been any of us. It could have been her. It could have been me. It could have been her. It could have been any of us. And I think there's a lot of rage behind it, especially because we just saw what happened to a fellow doctor, to our senior. And every day, something or the other unravels. We slowly realized that it was a brutal murder. It was a murder and a rape. It was someone that tried to change something that systemically happens and was just killed for it. And it's state-sponsored murder. So that really enrages us.
And what do you demand to the government?
We want like better laws protecting women's safety. First of all, the rapists are allowed to go roam freely. Like they don't give enough punishment. Can you hear me? Yeah. So basically, they don't get punished enough, and we want safety in our own hospitals. We work there for almost 36 hours, and what do we get in return? That's what we ask the government.
So we want, people talk about protection. We don't want protection. We want safety, a safer environment, whether it is home, street, public transport, office, wherever, college, school, anywhere. We need safer environment. For that, any government for that matter, any administration for that matter, it is their bounden constitutional duty to provide it. So all our 11 demands are telling that. And precisely these kind of heinous crimes from 1970s Mathura till this Arjikar Kolkata, or immediately after Arjikar, Coimbatore the same thing happened, Uttarakhand the same thing happened, Bihar a Dalit minor girl is raped, and in Karnataka also the same thing has happening. As per NCRB, every day 86 to 90 rapes are being reported, unreported and underreported. There are so many. So all those 11 or 12 demands we are putting across the administration of this country, whether state or central. So they have to provide safety and security in any office as per Vishaka guidelines or the act which is passed in 2013. Internal complaint committees are to be formed, and in any workplace, the safer place like resting rooms and other things, public transport should be there, and that should be again safe and secure.
We have failed the society. We fear like day by day everything like this is happening. And there is nothing, no one is doing, all the government, no one is supporting them. Government is trying to remove all the evidence, whatever is there, right? And it is so bad. Yeah, it's like I have my wife with me, right? I don't know how she's gonna go out. I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe to be in this society, right? I just hope that she just gets justice as soon as possible.
And what would you say to all the men? Because in the social media we have this narrative that not all men. That's the narrative that's being dominant over there. How would you say that men can, take up their part in this?
No, I think men need to understand. Like we need to educate our kids well. As in, when I say kids, like we should stop saying this. Like okay, raise your daughter well. No. I think they are already doing very good. Already we need to change our thought. This like man dominating society, right? We need to come out of this. Otherwise, I don't know when we're gonna see like the equal like person like we should treat people like a person. It's like not a man, not a woman, right? I don't know when it's gonna come. So I think men, kids, everyone needs to be educated how to talk to women, how to behave with them. They are everyone's mother, someone's daughter, someone's sister. So I hope people understand.
As you could see, there is a lot of rage and anger among the people over here against the government, the culprits, and the systemic failure of the society to protect and give the basic safety to women. All the protesters over here have demanded safety or protection to women to have a basic living. Kab milegi azadi is the one question that everybody had on their lips today. This is Akshata Mehta reporting for Daily Salar Digital.